Okay, so we're here with BMW's all-new i4. Now, we've seen the i4 introduced several months ago, but now it's just starting to really sort of make its rollout in various markets, and that includes the US, Europe, and now here in Japan. And so the BMW i4, first impressions, I gotta say, really good looking car. I know that there's been a lot of controversy about the front grille, but honestly, I think it works, especially as BMW is transitioning to an electrified format. Really good signature to the car, and I'm sure BMW is going to make some tweaks to it, but I'm okay with it. So let's get into what it's all about. So the i4 has an 82 kilowatt battery. It's about good for 536 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Now, this car is about $68,000 US, but if you're interested in the i4, the car actually starts at $52,000, and that's with the i4 E30 edition right here. But we're looking at the M50 edition right here in this beautiful blue color right here. And so, yeah, really nice car from BMW. One thing to note, though, it does share the same platform as the BMW 4 Series. So it is not, in essence, a pure EV, given that it does share the platform. But again, pretty respectable specifications for a car, given that it is not a true electric platform. Okay, so let's take a look inside the i4. All right. So already. Okay, so inside the i4, the first impression was nice low seating position, that typical sports coupe feel, good adjustments, and the tilt steering wheel, which telescopes as well. The one issue was that I couldn't get the tilt down far enough. I felt like the top of the steering wheel was still kind of in my line of view, which isn't something I like when I drive. I like the steering wheel to be really in the lowest position, and just couldn't quite get it, which was interesting because in the iX1, I didn't have that problem. The interior materials are high quality. The seats felt quite good with leather, so very sort of high quality in typical BMW fashion. And then the center console have the iDrive system as well as the gear selector. The interesting thing about it was the sort of console area is very high, and the reason is because of the drive tunnel. The i4 shares a platform with the 4 Series BMW, and so because of that commonality, the console is mounted quite high because of the drive tunnel. There's the wireless charging with a sort of rubberized pad to keep your phone from moving around, and the cup holder there as well. And then inside the storage bin, nice storage bin with a USB-C port inside of it. So overall, very nice interior feel, good seating adjustments for the driver. But I just couldn't get past the steering wheel sort of being in the view of my line of view, and definitely not something that I like, which was very sort of interesting from BMW. But overall, nice interior in the BMW i4. The i4 has two large digital displays, with the right display having the driver's information and the left display having the infotainment system. The screens are quite bright and quite large. Unfortunately, the climate control settings are integrated into the infotainment display. I prefer them to be analog controls because they're easier to reach and change rather than having to rely on the infotainment system. So in the back, the i4 is quite comfortable. So again, I'm average height, and there's really good knee room. I think even for taller passengers, this would work well. The only real issue is you have sort of this uprighted seating position, so not quite comfortable if you're on a long trip. Also, the footwell doesn't leave you a lot of room to put your feet. So this would definitely be uncomfortable on a long trip because it's very difficult to stretch your feet out given how low the seat is compared to the floor. And the reason that is because the battery in this vehicle raises the floor up, and you do have sort of a small issue where not really sort of good leg support from the seat rest. So, just sort of on short trips, with some friends or some colleagues, it's okay, but not something I would suggest for a road trip. Headroom is quite good, even for taller passengers. Now, given that sort of the fastback profile that the i4 has. It is good for taller passengers, and you've got the climate and ventilation system back here, as well as two USB-C ports. So yeah, quite comfortable. But again, the biggest issue would just be the footwell. So given a car of this type, the i4 is easy to get in and out of, even considering its sort of low profile right here. Not going to be bad just for taller passengers. Just watch your head. Yeah, but not bad at all for a vehicle of this type. So as you can see here, the i4 has absolutely massive cargo capacity. So 470 liters of cargo space, 10 cubic feet. So you get your luggage in here, your golf clubs, the seats fold down as well. So quite a large interior for this vehicle. Really very nice, the squared off shape that makes it easy to get various pieces of cargo in as well. And then also because you have sort of the sort of hatchback type styling right here, very easy to maneuver different pieces around. So this is the BMW i4. And if you're a BMW fan, there's lots that's quite familiar, and that's the way it should be. That's what makes BMW so great. It shares its platform with the 4 Series, so there's still a lot of room for it to grow as a pure EV. But this is a very good start by BMW, and we look forward to test driving it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and also we have other reviews of the BMW electrified lineup. So be sure to check out our other videos in the links below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.